What's up guys, Balkan Architect here, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to create a wooden frame house. Now this is the type of construction that is primarily used, as far as I know, in the United States of America. It's this type of wood construction. It's a wood frame construction, and these are very light houses and they're cheap to build, and they look quite cool. I really like the style. So in this video I'm going to show you how to create this complex wooden construction in Revit, not only because you can get some amazing renderings and you can solve a lot of construction problems, you can also then get all of the information about the length of all of the beams and all of the wood, and then you can pre-cut that in a factory, and then on the building site you can just assemble the house real quick. But before I get started, I would just like to ask you to like this tutorial. It helps me out a lot, and if you haven't already, I suggest you subscribe because I make tutorials like this every day. Okay, so here I am in Revit, and I'm just going to be using the architectural template for this project. And before I do anything, I'm just going to set the units to centimeters because that's what I use. And I know, Americans, I'm building an American house in centimeters, and you're probably freaking out, but I'm sorry. This is just the units I know how to work with. Okay, so first I'm just going to go to the south elevation, and here for the level 1 I'm going to bring it down by minus 23 centimeters, or maybe 20, yeah, let's do it 22. Now this one, level 2, I'm going to bring it to 0, and then I'm just going to go with another level, and you can use the shortcut LL for that. So I'm just going to place another level over here, and let's place this at 300. Okay, and now if you can't see this, you can just find this little thing, snap it, and then you can bring this down so you can see all of the levels. Now the reason I did this is because we're going to have two levels here. I need one for the foundation, for the footing, and here I need one for the ground floor of the actual building. So let me go to level 1, and let's just create the floor slab or the footing, so, or the foundation to be precise. And let's make this will be more of a shed than a house. I'm just trying to show you the concept of working with these types of constructions. We're not making anything crazy, so let's just finish with this, and let's just change the material to concrete just to be exact. And let's find maybe this plywood formed. Okay, so we have this concrete 300mm, that's just fine for a construction like this. Okay, now we need to add some wood framing, so let me go here to the insert tab, go load family, and we're only going to be loading in two types of elements where we need a structural framing and we need wood. And let's choose this lumber or timber. Let's go with timber and open this up, and you choose which whenever you want. So I'm just going to choose this one, and then let's load in a beams, or sorry, a column. So go to structural columns, search for wood, and let's add the timber one and the same dimensions. And the reason why you're not adding more dimensions is because you can change the dimensions later on in Revit. Okay, so let's go to structure and let's go to beam. So this will be the beam that's going along this edge over here, that's kind of that's being bolted into the concrete. So let's go into edit type, duplicate this, and let's make it something like, I don't know, 200mm by 60mm. So this is just what's bolted down. So let's do, oops, this is 20 centimeters and this is 6 centimeters. Just go OK, and then you start drawing, but you won't be able to see anything. As you can see now, if I draw this, it's invisible. You first need to change this detail level to fine, and then you need to go into VR or view range and change both the bottom and the level to unlimited, and just go apply, and now you can see your beam. And then let's just align it over here and align it over here and here as well. And if we go into 3D, you can see this is kind of embedded in the concrete. That's not what we want. So if I select it and go here and change this Z justification, or Z, I don't know, to bottom, it will just level off and come above the concrete. So go back into level 1, you can just go to copy and copy this to the other side, then just type in CS for create similar and kind of place something like this, and then you can play around, just bring it back, make it all look nice. Yeah, like this. Okay, and then just go MV to place it here, and then just go CO to copy to place it here. Okay, and if I go into 3D, this is what we have. Okay, so this is the framework on which we place the horizontal beams, or a beam system on which we're going to be placing our floor. So you go now to level 2, and here you can see this, and let's just change this to fine, and let's go into VR and change this to unlimited, and now let's start placing some beams. So go beam, edit type. So now we're going to duplicate this, so go duplicate, and this will be something smaller. So this will be 6 by, let's do 14 or maybe 16. So 6 by 16. Yeah. Okay, and now we're just going to be placing beams. Okay, here we have some problem. Let's move this inward. Okay, so let's go back to beam, and now let's just start placing these beams. So let's place one here. Okay, let's bring it in here, bring it in here, and let's align it to this side over here. And now go into 3D and see where it is. Now this is set to Z justification at bottom, so you just need to flip that to top, because we're actually now on the upper level, so that we're now on level 2 and not level 1, so that's why you need to bring it down. Okay, so once we have this, go back into level 2, go to copy it from here back to here. Yeah, that's aligned. Okay, so now we need to okay, here we have a problem. Yeah, fixed. Okay, so now go create similar, just CS, and then let's bring this in. Now for this next part, let me just align this. Now for this next part, you can either use this array that I'm going to be using, or you can go to system or structure and create a beam system. And if you want to know more about beam systems, check out the link I'm going to leave in the description of this video. And that's one of my first tutorials, so kinda you don't have to tell me that it was dumb. But anyway, so let's just go here to array, or you can just type in AR for array, and let me type in something like 18, and here check last, and then you just move this to this part over here, and this looks alright, I guess. And if we go into 3D, yeah, you can see this is what we get. Okay, so everything looks quite nice, and now we need to cover this in plywood. So let's just go to level 2, go to architecture, floor, and let's go back to generic 150, go duplicate, and let's call this plywood 30 millimeter. Okay, I know I'm calling this in a weird way, but who cares? And let's just choose the plywood material over here, so just type in plywood, okay, plywood sheeting, 3 centimeters or 30 millimeters, go okay, and just do a rectangle from one side to another, and just go finish. And if we go into 3D, and if we search for it, you can see it's here. So let's just offset. So as you can see, it's kind of embedded in our framing, so there's 2 things we can do. We can either change the level, or to finish off this quickly, let's just give it an offset of 3 centimeters, and there you go. And if I just turn this on to realistic, this is what we get. And if I just select this plywood and right click, override graphics in view by element, and let's bring this down to 60 and go okay, this is what we get. So we can now see the covering in plywood, and we can see the whole construction underneath. Okay, so we've finished this bottom part. Okay, let's do the walls now. So for the walls, I'm going to go into the regular wall command, choose this generic 200, and go into edit, and let's keep the name as this, who cares. So first for the structure, this midpoint I'm going to do 16, and now I'm going to go here and just search for air. and let me select this air material and go OK. Now select it, go insert and move it up, so this will be now the covering. So what we're actually just doing, we're creating a wall that's going to be kind of a covering wall with 2 sheets of plywood on each side and 16 centimeters of air in between, where we're going to be placing our construction. So let's place this here and let's change this into plywood. Okay, this works. Let's see, can we duplicate it? No, we can't. Okay, so let's just create a new one. Down 1 centimeter plywood. Okay, so we have our wall. Okay, height connected to level 2. Reset constraints. Okay, and let's just place a wall kind of like this. And now what you can do, you can go in and align everything. So align this to this, this to that, this to this, and this here to this. Okay, and the reason why we created this wall is simple. And let me just select the whole wall, and here you can see it's kind of going in our plywood. So let's just change this base offset to 3 centimeters. Okay. What? Let's go back. Yeah, 2 centimeters, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, this looks... Or no, it was 3. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, it works. Oh, it's a transparent. Yeah. Okay, and let's just select this whole wall and change the transparency as well. So by element, and let's bring it to 60, go apply. Okay, so the reason why we placed these walls is so we can place or host our doors and windows, and then we can see them where are they in space, and then we can create our framing basically around our windows and doors. So let's just go to level 1 and place a door over here. And sorry, not level 1, level 2. Let's just go to wireframe. Yeah. So door, and what I like to do is I like to kind of follow this construction we have underneath. So I'm just kind of placing the door in between these elements, and let's do the same thing with the windows. So let's just do 2 of these windows over here, and again just follow that construction underneath, kind of like that. Okay, let's go into 3D. Yeah, this is what we have. Okay, now as you can see, now these walls are hosting our doors, and this wouldn't be working if we didn't have any walls. And now we can start doing the construction inside of these walls. Okay, so let's go into level 2. Okay, and let's just go here to structure, structural beam, and let's choose this timber one, duplicate, and let's do this one at 16 by 16 centimeter, so it will fit inside of our wall, or inside of the air part of our wall. And here, just instead of depth, change this to height and level 3, and you just zoom in, place it here, go to the other side, place it there. Okay, do the same thing here, so just zoom in a bit and zoom in here and place it like that. Okay, so if we go into our 3D, you can see we have these kind of pillars in the corners. Now let's go back into level 2. Okay, and now let's start placing the vertical elements, so or other columns that are this frame construction. Basically it's built out of columns. So you're just going to edit type, duplicate, and you make this 16 by 6, and you change this to 6, and you go OK, and you just flip it around. And the reason why we chose wireframe here is so we can see these lines, and then this can help us with our construction. So you just kind of place it like that, and then you select it. You see, yeah, it's going from level 2 to level 3. That's all right. And now you can just go here to array, and then choose last, and then for number, I think we did like 18 from this one to this one, so this should be 16 if my math is good. So let's just go from here all the way to the other side. Yeah, my math was spot on as usual. Okay, so there we go. We have framing on this side, go back into level 2. So let's go back into column. So let's just place one column over here. You're kind of trying to gauge this distance. It doesn't have to be all that equal. I don't know what you're trying to achieve with this, or you can have some desired number, or you can work like with 60 centimeters between each one or whatever. And then let's go array here and go to last. Let's do 10 for this one. We're just trying it out because we're not really following anything. Okay, this looks nice. Let me just bring this down a bit. Yeah, maybe 9 would work better. Yeah, let's try 8. Yeah, perfect. Bring this in a bit. Bring this in a bit here. Okay, this works fine. Now let's select the whole thing and let's copy it to the other side. So do it like this. Oh, sorry, it looks like I just copied a beam. So let's try selecting all of these. So you have to select them separately. That's the boring part. Then you just go to copy and you copy them to the other side. Just make sure to go to the inner side of this plywood. Okay, and for this part here around the doors and everything, so you just go column and you can just kind of place it like that. Place it here. Place one here, one there, one here, one over here, one over here. This is kind of boring, but I guess you have to do it. Now there are some plugins for this stuff, but I've seen all the reviews and everyone says it sucks, so at this point this is the best way of doing something like this in Revit. Okay, so we have this construction. Now let's add some horizontal elements, and let's do the horizontal elements on top. So go to level 3 and you can't see anything, so again you need to go to VR, change this all of this to unlimited, go apply, and now change this to fine. Okay, so now you go here to beam, and we don't really have a 16 by 6 beam, so let's create it. So let's do, yeah, duplicate. Yeah, this is 16 by 6. Okay, we have it. Let's see what this looks like. No, but this is a vertical, so we need to flip this. Okay, yeah, that's the point. So let's go into edit type, duplicate, so this should be 6 by 16, yeah. Or, okay, 16 by 6, sorry. And you just flip these numbers around, so you type in 16 here, 6 here, and now it's kinda horizontally placed. Okay, so you just go level 3, and here for start and end elevation, just leave them at 0. Make sure you uncheck 3D snapping, and for Z justification, leave it at top. So you just go from here to the other side. You go from here down to the wall or to the column. You go here to here, and you just finish it off here. Let me connect this. Come on. Okay, and let's just go into 3D. Okay, this looks nice. And now what you can actually do, you can select this one, and you can go to south elevation, and let's change this to fine and to wireframe. And now when you select this, you can copy it, and let's just copy it down. Make sure to unconstrain it and select multiple. So you copy it down once over here, and one more time unconstrain it over here. And the reason why you're doing this is you need some construction for your thing here, for your window. And let's just do a Z offset for this one. Let's try 10. Okay, a little less. Let's try 8. Yeah, I think this works. If we just zoom in here. Yeah, this works perfectly. And now you just go with SL for split element, and you kind of split it here, split it there, split it here, split it there, and you delete everything you don't need. So you select all of these, delete, and then you can just select this and kind of move it inside here, and do the same thing here. So you've got your framing construction for your windows. So let's bring this one in here. Okay, and you just do the same thing for this upper one. So let's just give it an Z offset, Z offset of -2, okay, -5, maybe one more, -6, yeah. And again, just split element, you split here, you split there, you split everywhere. So you just go like that, select this one, delete, bring this in over here, bring this here over here, and you do the same thing here. So you kind of go like that, and like this thing here. Okay, there you go. So we've got our walls, and we've got our foundation, and we've got our floor. And as far as the roof is concerned, I already did a tutorial on how to do roofs in Revit and how to do wooden roof construction, so check out that link in the description of this video if you want to see how to do a roof in Revit. And if you want to see how to finish this off and make it look real American, I've also done a tutorial where I show you how to do an American style house as far as graphics and as far as aesthetics go. So make sure to check that link as well. Check out that link as well. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share this tutorial. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for future tutorials, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.